Hey everyone, Lenny Pinna here, back in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, in my home, in my kitchen. And I'm here to review two candles, White Barn's White Pumpkin and Salted Butterscotch. Before I do, I want to point out the zinnias that I picked from my garden. And really, zinnias are my favorite summer flower. There's just something about the whole variety and vibrancy of the colors that really say summer to me. I was lucky to have just a few that had a little bit of this slightly fall color with the gingerish butterscotch and a little bit of the orangish color. And so I wanted them to be a part of this video. Also, I was at Michael's today looking for some craft stuff, and I saw they had these plastic white pumpkins. So I saw, I'm going to make that part of my video tonight. And I made myself a beverage, a chai tea with some milk. So, Bonnie and I first reviewed these candles among the White Barn Fall Collection, and we were taken with both of these. We liked them. I love them, actually. And we thought I'd take them home and burn them. So I'm going to start with butterscotch because it is the most straightforward. The ingredients are warm brown sugar, sweet cream, pinch of sea salt, and melted butter. Wow. It is beautiful, perfect butterscotch. And I think that sea salt gives it a clean edge rather than becoming ooey gooey or cloying. It is just a delicious butterscotch scent, period. And so the first time I lit it here downstairs in the open plan, and it took a little for me to maybe 20 minutes for me to start to get the scent in the area. And it was about a medium plus in scent, but it was beautiful, very nice. But I also decided that I would light this up in one of the bedrooms with a closed door also, just to see how it does in a more contained room. Wow, it is a powerhouse. I mean, within 10 minutes, you just get the room filled with this medium to strong scent, really. It's really beautiful. And after you blow it out, it lingers a long time. So I lit it again. This would be the third time today, earlier in the day. And same thing, only this time there was a little bit of a crack in the door. And I mean, the butterscotch scent came out into the hallway. And even about half an hour ago when I was getting ready for this video, the scent of butterscotch is still in the area up there after I blew out the candle several hours ago. This is a very strong, consistent, beautiful scent. If you love butterscotch, you will love salted butterscotch. Now, white pumpkin is very interesting. It has gingered white pumpkin, caramel glaze, warm blended spices. This one is not straightforward. This one is nuanced. It starts with the fact it's a rich, round scent, and it has equal parts of ginger, of white pumpkin, of spices, the caramel glaze. You just get them all coexist beautifully together, but they're not just like a one scent. They're just a nice blend of scents that are all present. I lit it for the first time also downstairs here, and it did not do as well. It was very, very hard to detect, really subtle, hard to detect for quite a while. And so I definitely thought I'm going to need to light this in one of the bedrooms so that I could detect it better. Before I go on, I want to mention what the overall composite scent for me is like a moist ginger pumpkin cookie that was just baked but is cooled down. You just feel like you just want to bite into the scent. It is so rich and round, not sweet. It is really just perfectly balanced. So I put it up in the bedroom and closed the door, and sure enough, it was about 10, 15 minutes. It was throwing a very nice scent. This scent, I would say, is sort of medium, maybe to medium plus after a while that it's going, but it's not strong like the butterscotch, but it's beautiful and very interesting. The first thing that happened is the scents blended together into almost one scent, and that was like a wild honey. I was quite surprised because recently I reviewed Kringle Candle Spellbound Honey Candle, and which was beautiful. But that one actually was gentler. This was this pungent, wild honey. I guess it was the way the caramel, the warm spices, and the ginger played together. The pumpkin sort of left the scene right at the beginning. It was just this pungent, wild honey scent. Very nice, very delicious. And it stayed that way for quite a while, and then I blew it out, and again, it lasted not as long as this, just a little while in the air, not as long as the butterscotch, but for a nice lingering. When I came back to the room after it was lit for, blown out for a while, it still was lightly present. So I lit this one again today as well. And I'm glad I did because it keeps slightly changing. And in a good way. So I lit it, and right away I got that pungent wild honey scent. Great. A little over half an hour to an hour later, I walked back into the room, and it was so interesting. The scent opened up, and it almost matches the scent when you first open it up. Only warm. It is equal parts. You could now detect again the equal parts of white pumpkin, of caramel, of ginger, of warm spices. And it has a brightness to it. When it first was lit, it had a little bit, like I said, a darker, pungent wild honey. But when it opens up, it becomes this bright, again, that kind of cookie smell with the ginger and the pumpkin, and just a touch of almost a floral note. There's almost a light little aromatic floral in there. It is beautiful. It is distinct, and I just like the fact that it keeps changing, but all pleasant. Everything about it is pleasant, but the scent changes a little bit here and there, and so I really like them. I like them both. So straightforward salted butterscotch, and a little more nuanced, a little bit more, I'm going to say slightly magical, is the white pumpkin. So that's my review of these two candles, and I look forward to the next time. I'll be doing one more review of a couple of Goose Creek candles in a few days before I head back to Cleveland. So thanks again for joining me as always. Ciao, everyone.